Now, the killing of George Floyd, who would have been 47 years old today, shocked America and sparked nationwide protests against police brutality. 5 months on, and his son Quincy has told Sky News he can't stop watching the footage of his father's last moments alive. He's also spoken about the grieving process with Neville Lawrence, the father of Stephen Lawrence, who was murdered in a racist attack in southeast London. Although 27 years separate their deaths of their loved ones, they are united in the fight against racial injustice, as Sky's Noel Phillips now reports. Just a warning, the report contains some flash photography.
Kneeling on the street in Minneapolis, where his father, George Floyd, took his last breath, is a pain that is deeply personal for his eldest son, Quincy. His father was killed when a police officer knelt on his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds.
I can't stop watching the video. I watch the video almost over and over. Not every day, but every now and then I just think about it.
It's the sort of grief Neville Lawrence knows all too well. We've brought the two men together for the first time.
When I saw the incident with your dad being kneeling on the floor with that man, kneeling on his neck, and the other officers around standing and watching, tears came out my eyes.
Like George Floyd, Stephen Lawrence's racist killing 27 years ago has left an indelible mark in British society.
How did you get through the tragedy of what happened to your son?
We had to go into counseling. The whole family had to go into counseling and talk about it. Even now, really right now, you know, if I went to a funeral to see somebody being buried, I can't go near. When they're putting the coffin down, I can't go near it because I'm looking and thinking that I'm reburying Stephen again.
Amazing grace.
In the aftermath of his death, America was left in turmoil. George Floyd's name echoed across the world. I remember watching your dad's funeral on TV and seeing just how emotional and just how raw it was for your family. Can you describe what it was like for you?
It's like you see him breathing. My knees just kind of buckled. I kiss him in the forehead and let him know that everything's going to be all right. Your son's going to be here with you. Your family's here with you. You're not going to go out in vain. And we went to go bury him.
Quincy now drives the Cadillac which George Floyd once owned. He's also launched a memorial project in his hometown to honour his dad's legacy. What is it like for you when you hear those words, "I can't breathe"?
The knee on his neck saying he couldn't breathe and he called out for mama. Yeah, it's devastating. And I have chills just thinking about what he was saying.
It's not going to be very easy. And for all the years that I've been struggling, it hasn't been easy, but you have to have a aim in view. And the aim in view of my family was to try and get justice. It took us a long time, but eventually we got some justice. And you can't give up. You know, you got to keep fighting.
In 2012, two men were finally jailed for life for the racist murder of Neville's son.
I have a hard time trusting any cops right about now. I'm not saying all cops are bad cops. All cops are not good cops. But sitting there to my father devastated me to not trust any cop.
George Floyd's death was a painful reminder of America's troubled history of racism and police brutality. 3,000 miles apart, these two men are united in their fight, demanding nothing less than racial justice. Noel Phillips, Sky News.